My girlfriend posted. He forgot our anniversary again on Facebook. I hadn't. I planned a surprise weekend getaway. I commented, check your email from this morning. Then I canceled the trip. I, 28M, am currently sitting in my apartment, staring at a brand new solid wood door that cost me $1,000 to install, and honestly, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It represents safety. It represents silence. And most importantly, it represents the fact that my ex-girlfriend, 26F, can never step foot in my life again. To understand why I nuked a 2-year relationship and incinerated her reputation in the span of a weekend, you have to understand who she was. Let's call her Jessica. Jessica wasn't just high maintenance. She was a content creator. And I don't mean she made art or cool videos. I mean she was a performance artist where the medium was her own ego and the audience was a bunch of strangers on the internet. Everything we did had to be curated. If I took her to dinner, we couldn't eat until the lighting was perfect for her Instagram story. If I bought her flowers, they had to be a specific brand or she wouldn't post them. I wasn't a boyfriend. I was a prop. I was the wallet and the photographer. I work as a software engineer. So I do pretty well for myself, and she took full advantage of that. She worked part-time as a receptionist, but she spent money like she was a Kardashian. Specifically, my money. The cracks started showing about 6 months ago. She accidentally used my credit card to buy a designer bag. When I confronted her, she cried and said she just wanted to look good for me. Then she posted a picture of the bag with the caption, "He spoils me because he knows I'm worth it." She got 3,000 likes. I got a $4,000 bill. I let it slide because I loved her. Or maybe I just loved the version of her she pretended to be when the cameras were off. But the real nightmare began last week. It was our 2-year anniversary. I knew this was a big one. She had been dropping hints for months. She wanted a ring. She wanted a grand gesture. She kept tagging me in videos of guys proposing in Paris or buying their girlfriends' cars. The pressure was suffocating. I decided to go all out, but I wanted to do it my way. I wanted to remind her that real life is better than a screen. So I secretly booked a long weekend in an ultra-exclusive, adults-only resort in Cabo. I'm talking a private villa with a plunge pool, butler service. The works. It cost me a brutal amount of money, months of savings, but I wanted to make it perfect. I arranged everything. I called her boss and got her Friday and Monday off. I packed her suitcase while she was at yoga class. I scheduled a luxury Uber Black to pick her up. The plan was simple. I would leave for work early on our anniversary Friday, like it was a normal day. At 10 a.m., she would receive a scheduled email from me revealing the surprise. 5 minutes later, the car would arrive to take her to the airport, where I'd be waiting at the gate with our passports and mimosas. I woke up at 6 a.m. on Friday. She was still asleep, looking peaceful. I kissed her forehead, whispered, "Happy anniversary," and left. I drove to the airport, checked in, and sat at the gate, buzzing with excitement. I was checking my watch every 30 seconds. At 8:15 a.m., my phone vibrated. A Facebook notification. "Jessica mentioned you in a post." I smiled, thinking maybe she woke up and saw the flowers I left on the kitchen counter. I opened the app. My blood ran cold. The photo was a selfie of her in bed. She looked tragic. Messy hair, no makeup, and a single, perfectly timed tear rolling down her cheek. The caption read, "Woke up alone on our 2-year anniversary. No card, no breakfast in bed. He left for work without even saying goodbye. He forgot." Again, broken heart, I pour my heart and soul into this relationship and get nothing in return. Maybe I just care too much. Maybe I'm just not enough for him. Happy anniversary to me, I guess. I sat there at gate B12, stunned. She wasn't asleep when I left. She felt me kiss her. She saw the flowers on the counter. I literally put them next to her phone. She knew I hadn't forgotten. But a happy post about flowers doesn't get engagement. A victim narrative does. The comments were rolling in fast. "OMG, girl, leave him. You are a queen. Don't settle for a bare minimum man. Men are trash. I'm so sorry, babe. He doesn't deserve you." My aunt had already commented a sad face. My college roommate commented, "Dude." She was publicly shaming me, destroying my character, and painting me as a negligent partner, all for clout. She was farming sympathy at the expense of my dignity. Something inside me just broke. It wasn't a rage-filled explosion. It was a cold, terrifying clarity. I realized in that moment that she didn't love me. She loved the attention I could provide. And when I didn't provide it, she would burn me to the ground to get it from strangers. I looked at the time. 8:20 a.m. The automated email with the trip details was set for 10 a.m. I opened my laptop right there in the terminal. I logged into my email server. I found the scheduled email. Subject: pack your bags. We're going to Cabo. Happy anniversary. I didn't delete it. I rescheduled it. I set it to send immediately. Then I went back to Facebook. Underneath her post, amidst a sea of dumping comments, I typed 4 words. Check your email. Now. Then I picked up my phone and called the airline. Hi. I need to split a reservation. I'm keeping my seat, but I need to cancel the companion ticket for Jessica. Yes, full cancellation. No, do not issue a credit to her account. Refund it to the original form of payment. Then I called the resort. I need to change the name on the second guest. No, my girlfriend couldn't make it. I'm bringing my sister instead. Then I called my sister, 25F. My sister is the complete opposite of Jessica. She's a pediatric nurse who works insane hours, hasn't had a vacation in 4 years, and drives a beat-up Honda. She's also the only person who ever told me in my face that Jessica was a soul-sucking vampire. Hello, she answered, sounding groggy. It was her day off. How fast can you get to the airport? I asked, what? Why? Is someone hurt? I'm going to Cabo. I have a private villa. The second ticket is open. You have 45 minutes. Bring your passport. Did you break up with a vampire? She tried to humiliate me online for likes. I said, are you coming or not? I am putting on pants as we speak. I hung up. I sat back and watched the digital fallout. It took about 7 minutes for Jessica to check her email. My phone started ringing. Jessica calling. I declined. She called again. Declined. Then the text started. Jessica, OMG, babe. Is this real? Cabo? Jessica, I'm so sorry about the post. I was just emotional. I'll delete it right now. Jessica, wait, why did you comment that? People are seeing the email. I look bad. Jessica, I'm getting the Uber. I'm literally crying. I love you so much. I let her spiral. I watched the Facebook post disappear. Too late. I had already taken screenshots. My sister arrived at the terminal looking like a hurricane, hair in a messy bun, shoving a bagel into her mouth. She didn't ask questions. She just hugged me and said, I brought tequila nips in my purse. We boarded the plane. As we were taxiing, my phone blew up again. Jessica, babe, the Uber app says a ride was canceled by the organizer. Did you do that? It must be a glitch. Jessica, I tried to check in on the app. It says my ticket is invalid. What is going on? Jessica, pick up the phone. You're scaring me. Jessica, are you seriously doing this right now? On our anniversary? I put my phone on airplane mode. For the next 4 hours, I stared out the window and felt the phantom weight of the last 2 years lifting off my shoulders. I thought about the time she made me return a puppy I surprised her with because it clashed with the apartment aesthetic. I thought about the time she flirted with a bartender right in front of me to make me jealous. I was done. We landed in Cabo. The heat hit us like a heavy, warm blanket. We got to the resort. It was paradise. I turned my phone back on. 147 missed calls, 80 texts, 20 DMs. The tone of the text had shifted from confused to panic to nuclear rage. Jessica, you are a psychopath. My mom is calling you. Pick up. Jessica, you can't do this to me. I told everyone we were going to Cabo. I posted the screenshot of the email. You are humiliating me. Jessica, where are you? If you went without me, we are done. I didn't reply. I handed my phone to my sister. Take a picture of me. I said, by the pool. I stood there, holding a coconut with a little umbrella in it, wearing my sunglasses, looking completely unbothered. I posted it to Instagram. No caption, just a location tag, Las Ventanas, Valparaiso. Then I blocked her number. I spent the next 2 days drinking margaritas, eating fish tacos, and actually talking to my sister. We laughed until our sides hurt. She told me she had been worried about me for a long time. She said I looked like a ghost lately. She was right, but the story doesn't end there. If it did, this would just be a breakup story. On Saturday night, sitting on the balcony overlooking the ocean, I got a notification from my home security system. Motion detected at front door. I opened the app. The camera feed loaded. It was Jessica, and she wasn't alone. She was with a guy in a jumpsuit, a locksmith. I unmuted the microphone to listen. "I'm telling you, I live here," she was saying, her voice shrill. "I lost my key. My boyfriend is out of town, and I need to get in to feed the cat." "I don't have a cat." The locksmith looked skeptical. "Ma'am, unless your name is on the deed or you have an ID with this address, I can't open the door." "My name is on the lease," she lied. "Just check the mailbox." She didn't live with me. She had her own apartment 3 miles away. She just spent 90% of her time at my place eating my food and using my utilities. I pressed the talk button on the app. My voice boomed out of the little doorbell speaker. "She doesn't live here. If you touch that lock, I'm calling the police for breaking and entering." The locksmith jumped about a foot in the air. He looked at the camera, then at her. "Ma'am, you need to leave." He packed up his tools and walked to his van faster than I've ever seen a tradesman move. She turned to the camera. Her face was twisted into a mask of pure hate. It wasn't the sad, victimized face from the Facebook post. This was the real her. "You think this is funny?" she screamed at the doorbell. "You think you can humiliate me? I made you. You're nothing without me. I'm going to ruin you. You're trespassing." I said to the speaker, my voice calm, "Get off my porch." She grabbed a heavy ceramic planter, one my mother gave me, and smashed it against the door. Then she kicked the door hard enough to leave a scuff. Then she started screaming at the top of her lungs that I was an abuser. My neighbor, Mrs. Higgins, a lovely woman in her 70s, opened her door. Mrs. Higgins loves me because I carry her groceries. She hates Jessica because Jessica once told her she smelled like old people and mothballs. "I've called the cops, dear." Mrs. Higgins yelled from her doorway. Jessica froze. She flipped off the camera and ran to her car. I saved the video footage immediately. Cloud storage is a beautiful thing. We flew back Sunday night. I didn't go home. I went to my sister's place. I knew Jessica knew my flight schedule. She had seen the email. I knew she would be waiting. On Monday morning, I went to the courthouse before work. I filed for a temporary restraining order, TRO. I had the video of her trying to break in, the video of her smashing my property, and the text threatening to ruin me. The judge granted it immediately. Then I went to work. Here is the twist I didn't see coming. Around lunch, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. I usually ignore them, but I was on edge. "Hello, is this Opie?" A guy's voice. Nervous. Speaking. "Look, man, you don't know me. My name is Mark. I've been seeing Jessica for about 3 months." The air left my lungs. "Excuse me, I didn't know about you," Mark said quickly. "She told me she had a toxic ex-roommate she was trying to evict. She said she was single. I saw her Facebook post on Friday about the anniversary, and I was confused, so I asked her. She told me you were her stalker." "I'm her boyfriend of 2 years," I said flatly. "Yeah, I figured that out when I saw the Reddit thread," he said. "What Reddit thread?" "Someone took a screenshot of her post and your comment and put it on a cringe subreddit. It went viral, man. She's freaking out, but that's not why I'm calling." He paused, and I could hear him taking a deep breath. "She came to my place Saturday night after the locksmith thing. She was frantic. She used my laptop to log into her iCloud. She left it logged in." "Okay." "Man, she's been planning to leave you for months, but she was waiting for the anniversary haul. She texted her best friend that she was going to secure the bag, meaning the jewelry she thought you were buying, and then stage a breakup where you were the bad guy, so she could pivot to being a single empowerment influencer. she was going to frame you for cheating. I felt sick, but also vindicated. Why are you telling me this, Mark? Because she stole my AirPods when she left this morning, he said. And because she's crazy. I have the texts. I can send them to you if you need them for court. Send them. I said. He did. The texts were damning. Friend, just stick it out until the trip. He's taking you somewhere expensive. Jessica, I know. I just have to let him touch me for 3 more days. Ugh. Once I get the diamonds, I'm creating a fight. Maybe I'll say he hit me? Too much. Friend, way too much. Just say he cheated. I printed those out too. I went to the police station with my TRO, the ring footage, and a new text from Mark, because she had smashed the planter and kicked the door, causing visible damage, and because she had attempted to use a locksmith to gain unauthorized entry. They filed a report for attempted burglary and criminal mischief. They served her the TRO that afternoon at her receptionist job, according to a mutual friend who works in the same building. It was glorious. 2 officers walked in while she was on the phone. They handed her the paperwork in front of her boss and the clients in the waiting room. She tried to make a scene. She tried to cry. The cops weren't having it. They told her if she contacted me or came within 500 feet of my home or workplace, she would be arrested. Her boss, who was a no-nonsense woman, fired her on the spot. Apparently, getting served a restraining order for violent behavior is a violation of the professional conduct clause in her contract. Also, she had been using the company phone to harass me, which was easily provable. So here I am. I'm single. My apartment door has a dent in it. I'm out about $5,000 for the trip, worth every penny. But she lost everything. She lost a boyfriend, me. She lost a side piece, Mark. She lost a job. She lost the reputation she cared so much about because Mark, bless his petty heart, posted his own version of events on Facebook and tagged her. She tried to spin it on her Instagram stories yesterday. She posted a tearful video claiming I was controlling and that I stranded her without a way home from her own apartment. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. I just posted one final picture. It was a photo of the legal notice in the court with the case number visible, public record, and a text screenshot where she discussed faking domestic violence to get my jewelry. Caption, receipts. Happy anniversary. She deleted her Instagram account an hour later. My sister is currently in the kitchen making nachos. She asked me if I'm sad. I thought about it. I'm not sad. I feel like I just woke up from a 2-year coma. I was dating a projection, a filter, a caption. I wasn't dating a person. I dodged a bullet. Actually, I dodged a nuclear warhead. I'm going to take a break from dating for a while. I'm going to focus on work, fix my door, and maybe buy Mrs. Higgins a really nice gift basket. And to the guys out there reading this, if she posts about your relationship problems before she talks to you about them, she's not your girlfriend. She's your paparazzo. Run. If you want to see more examples of how to dismantle a narcissist with nothing but airline miles and a Ring doorbell, hit that subscribe button. I have a feeling my single life is going to be interesting.